This is a real thing. 3 teenagers come to explore a cave. Unexpectedly, not long after entering, the fire blocked the way back. One of them tried to escape, chose to break through the fire. The two watched his disappearing back. I was trembling with fear. I didn't know what to do. Finally, the two chose to run deep into the cave, waiting for rescue. An empty cave. Why did it suddenly catch fire after they went in? It happened in the United States on July 9, 1967. Carnegie Cave in western Pennsylvania. The cave. It was discovered by chance by workers while building roads. The channels inside are complex and diverse. Its longest passage is 457 meters long. Same period. Workers are within a few hundred meters of each other. 2 other caves were also discovered. After exploration, it was discovered these 3 holes are all interconnected, but the road under construction, it just happens to overlap the entrances of these 3 holes completely, so it has to be closed. Later, nearby residents, multiple applications to retain cave traffic fabrics, decided to close 2 of the entrances. One can be kept, but the location of the hole needs to add a pipe, extend to the side of the road. This ensures that the roads and caves can be used normally. So we built a 90-centimeter wide highway underneath the highway. A 47-meter long pipe leads to the entrance of the hole. For explorers, access to the cave through a pipe, maybe it's a unique experience. On the day of the incident, 3:16, with no experience in caving, a 7-year-old boy is planning to explore Carnegie Caves. On the way to the cave entrance, they saw 2 other teenagers. Explorers returned from the cave. The 2 sides looked at each other. Then they crawled to the middle of the pipe, found something strange. There are 2 candles that have been lit on the ground. It's obvious. It was left by the 2 teenagers who left before, and they didn't listen. Straight over the candle. They walked in the hole for about 10 minutes. Something doesn't feel right, but I can't tell you why. Just think the cave is better than them. It's hotter than expected. Sweat starts pouring out. At first they didn't really care. Thought to be too much exercise and lack of arterial ventilation. That leads to sweating. Until I smelled a strange smell. Due to lack of experience. Plus it's not far from the hole. Several people are not worried about these strange smells. What are the risks? But it's hot and smelly. Force them to give up exploring. Just come in for a while. You have to go back the same way. I'm a little unhappy, so they sauntered out. Let them get closer and closer to the door. Seeing the strange smell not only did not dissipate, instead, it gradually becomes pungent. It's also hotter. Just keep walking. I saw a lot of black smoke coming out of the passage at the entrance of the hole. Then they got nervous. Walked forward in the black smoke. I just saw that the passage at the entrance of the hole was on fire. The only exit was blocked by raging fire. They can only wait in place for rescue. The scary thing is they don't have cell phones to communicate with the outside world. I don't know when someone will come to the rescue, or just wait for the fire to go out on its own. The inside of the cave gets taller and taller. Toxic gases give them breathing difficulties. The eyes are also too smoke to open. There was a boy named Charles. I'm worried that I can't wait for the rescue team to arrive. He told his teammates that he would rather die here. Why don't you rush out and fight for a fire? But his teammates stopped Charles. This is almost 50 meters of pipeline. If the whole process is on fire, climbing out is undoubtedly the way. Charles hesitated for a few seconds. In the end, he still chose to rush out. He endured the pain and crawled through the flames. Screams of pain spread through the cave. At this time, he was detained by the residents of the nearby maneuver. You see this thick smoke billowing. Immediately dialed the fire number. When the firefighters arrived, in the distance, I saw that Charles had collapsed at the entrance of the cave, struggling with pain. He has managed to climb out, but the firefighter ran to Charles. I just found out that the situation is not good, and Charles went pitch black. Several firefighters immediately checked. He was taken to a nearby hospital. The remaining personnel quickly brought the fire under control. For firefighters enter the cave, looking for the other 2 teenagers who didn't come out. About an hour and a half later, firefighters are at a depth of 457 meters. Found them both. They hide from toxic fumes and hot air. Keep going until the end. Later spent. It took 2 hours to get them out. The 2 were taken to the hospital for examination and were unharmed. But Charles was not so lucky. His skin is over 59%. He suffered 2nd to 3rd degree burns. After 3 days of treatment, Charles died on July 12th. The cause of this fire is, the passage at the entrance of the cave is being remodeled, coated with a flammable adhesive. Subsequently, the last group of explorers placed candles at the entrance of the cave. Charles and the 3 of them accidentally kicked down while crawling. This caused a fire. But Jerry and Simon, who survived, think neither of them touched the candle. But Charles was crawling in the back. So I don't know if he touched it. Some people think, maybe after the candle burns itself, just set the hole on fire. But the 3 of them went into the hole for about 10 minutes. I already felt the heat and strange smell. Instructions before they enter the hole. The fire broke out within minutes, and there were still more than half of the candles at that time. Under normal circumstances, it should still burn for about half an hour. Some people also believe that after the 3-person mirror cave, someone outside may have tampered with the candle. I couldn't find any evidence in the end, but no matter what, laying candles outdoors, the person who caused the fire is responsible.